All right. Good evening. I'm Adam Cummings, the chairman of tonight's meeting, and I'll declare this meeting to be a legally constituted meeting of the Town of Chili Zoning Board of Appeals. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Board members tonight, Jim Wiesner on my far left, Mark Murray on my immediate left. Fred Trott is absent tonight. Philip Supernoltz on the side, or on my right on the side table. We have Paul Wansonreed from the building department and Matthew Piston, our assistant town council. Stenographer tonight is Sandy Hewlett. And we will hear each application in the order of how they appear on the agenda. If you want a copy of it, it's on the roller cart back there. And at the conclusion of each public hearing, the board will discuss and vote on the application. The applicant will receive a letter from the building department within a week of whatever our decision is. I do have to point out, in the event of an emergency, our exits are the ones you have likely entered. The back two doors also go out to the hallway, and then the side doors go outside. And if you have a cell phone, please silence that just to prevent any interruptions. Board members, any issues on signs on these two properties?
No.
All right, we'll go on to application number 1, the application of Dominic. Thought it was Caruso, yep. 843 West Side Drive, Rochester, New York, 14624. Applicant and owner for a variance to erect a replacement porch with a proposed A, primary front setback of 38.0 feet where 48.0 feet was previously approved, and B, a secondary front setback to be 4.1 feet pre-existing where 60.0 feet was required at the property located at 843 West Side Drive, R-1-20 district. Anything else? Actually, this instruction goes to both applicants tonight. If you can say your name and address for at the podium for the record for the stenographer to grab. And anything else you want to expand upon your application for variance request tonight?
No, Dominic Caruso, 843 West Side Drive, Rochester, New York, 14624.
Oh. Well, that's what you're looking to do, as it's shown on the map, changing the front porch that you have, with the primary being a primary. Because you're a corner lot, you actually have two front yards, so we designate one to be a primary and one to be a secondary. So your primary front is West Side Drive and your secondary is Fenton. Mm-hmm. And that just shows where you're taking the front stoop, which was on that front corner on that two-story house, and you're looking to extend it and widen it, correct?
Correct.
All right. Jim, any questions?
I don't have any questions.
Barb?
I do not.
Phil?
No questions.
All right. Side table, anything to discuss on this one? No. All right. I just wanted to point out, I'm going to zoom over a little bit, just because that secondary one, as we were talking about, as the agenda said, it's pre-existing, so that one's been there, the 4.1 feet from the right-of-way. He's not adding on to that. That's to make this property compliant with the code. We haven't, correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, we haven't received any complaints about that Fenton Road frontage one? No. Okay. So I'll go ahead and open up the public hearing. And yes, ma'am, for anyone in the public, and you're the only one tonight other than the two applicants, same instructions as your name and address, just so the stenographer can have it. And anything else you'd like to add?
My voice is loud enough. My name is Pat Petrie. I live at 807 West Side Drive. My only concern is unfortunately the paper that we were sent in the mail didn't give us diagrams or anything.
Yeah.
But from what I can see there, how close to your hedge line are you going to be?
It extends just from the existing corner of the house, so it'll be the same as the current house sits.
Okay. So we're going from between the hedge line to the current house.
Correct.
Be-
No, we're not going
No.
from the hedge line to the current house.
So I'll zoom in some more for you.
It's kind of gonna be just like your porch,
Okay,
except lower.
Here's the side of his house here,
Fenton,
and he's gonna extend the porch
straightforward.
towards, yep, towards
Okay.
west side, and then he's gonna go over, and then he's gonna come back and catch on to the bump out that's on his house here. The front stoop used to be here,
right, oh, yeah.
and he's enlarging it to not go past this,
Corner,
this corner of the house, correct?
right? Is it going to have a roof on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is it going to be, I'm sorry if I'm being picky,
No, it's
but
okay.
living in Child Life for 47 years, I know what kind of weather and ground we live on.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have about 4 feet of sand, and then the rest is clay, which we have real crappy drainage. I could definitely attest to that. What kind of roof are you going to have on?
It's wood and asphalt shingles, just like that is a good rendering. It's,
Okay. Now, from the basic part of the house on top, you're still gonna have a gutter line, correct?
there's gonna be a gutter, above it and on it.
And on it, okay. Now, I think, the way I see it there, you're not gonna be close to your heat pump that you have presently.
No, it's opposite of that.
It's the opposite.
Opposite side.
Okay. What are the dimensions of the porch going to be?
He's proposing it to be 24 feet lengthwise, and then 9 feet.
Correct.
It's changing. I can't tell if that's an 8 or 9. I have to go to the other sheet here to get to that.
9.
9.
Yeah, I know, he's only got a little stoop in front. That I know.
Yes, 9 feet. So it's 24 feet by 9 feet. And then it's a tough dimension because the house bumps out 1.9 feet, it's actually 7.1 feet on that side.
Are you planning on having drainage in the front for your gutters? Or are you gonna have your gutters run right out?
I am gonna, yeah, I actually do wanna connect them and run them to an existing pipe that I have that sits in the front of the yard.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. Just because, usually you're facing north,
You're right.
and we do get some nor'easters,
Yep, yep.
where the sun does not catch the roof at all.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have ice build up and snow build up. And I just don't want to see you putting a lot of money into something that's gonna come walking back into the house. I've already experienced that once in my lifetime.
Yeah, I'd like to avoid that as well.
Yeah.
All right,
Sure we do
all
that.
set?
All set.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I'll ask for motion to close the public hearing.
Motion?
We have a motion, is there a second? Second. All those in favor saying aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. You do have 2 variance requests today, that's letter A and B in the agenda. One condition of approval will be that you have to get a building permit, so you've already applied. You were then denied, and that's why you're here tonight. So continue on that process with Paul in the building department. And I will go ahead and declare the zoning board as lead agency, and based on the information and evidence presented at this hearing, find this application to be a type 2 action and of no significant environmental impact. Is there a second?
Second?
We have a second. All those in favor saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Now I'd like, do you guys want me to separate them? They are separate, so we'll do separate. So first we'll do A, which is just the front setback of the new porch, where he's requesting a 10-foot relief to be 38 feet. Ask for a motion to accept this with the one condition of approval.
Motion.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
A second. All right, board vote. Can't vote. Jim?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Fred's a blank. You say abstain?
Abstain.
Thank you. Phil?
Yes.
I also vote yes. So now we will move on to the letter B, which is the pre-existing one, the 4.1 feet. This will also have that condition of approval. Well, actually, no, it won't, because that's pre-existing. So I'd ask for a motion to adopt this one. We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Board vote, Jim.
So, should we be defining the primary and the secondary?
We already did. So Paul actually does that one. The primary is West Side Drive. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Not
It's not
defined.
depicted there. It's drawn where it says 38.0 feet proposed front setback. So, yeah, we can put that in the minutes, that the primary is West Side
West Side
Drive,
Drive.
County Road 119. And the secondary is Fenton Road.
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Phil?
Yes.
And I also vote yes. So you're all set with this, please? Oh, yeah, you have to abstain.
I abstain.
All right, you're all set, sir. All right, application number 2. I'm going to apologize ahead of time if I mispronounce this last name. The application of Larry Uranek. Thank you. 1380 Scottsville Road, Chi-Li, New York, 14624. The applicant, Anna C. Wheeler, 17 Benedict Drive, Rochester, New York, 14624. The owner. For a variance to erect a 10-foot by 10-foot front porch, or porch to front of the main structure with a proposed A, front setback of 18.6 feet where 60 feet is required, and B, a side setback of 4.6 feet where 10.0 feet is required at the property located at 17 Benedict Drive, R-1-12 District. Good evening.
Good evening.
Anything you'd like to add? I'm just going to scroll real quick to get to the application.
Well, I think we came up with the 10 feet off the house to line up the existing sidewalk so we can have stairs coming down from them. That's how we got our 10 foot, so they wouldn't have to do a new sidewalk to the driveway.
Okay. You're saying as the
Stairs come down.
stairs
Yeah,
are coming
yeah,
down?
Yes.
So there's a sidewalk that then goes
Yeah.
over this way?
It leads up to the stoop. You can see the little dotted line there where the existing stoop's at.
All right. Jim, any questions?
Do not have any questions?
Mark, any questions?
I do not.
Fred, any questions?
I do not.
Phil, any questions?
No questions.
Right. And I'd just like to point out that letter B, that 4.6, is relating to, like we did on the first one, trying to clean up this property in terms of code compliance. That's why that 4.6 is on there. That's the closest measurement on that northern face of it, of the side yard. One measurement's 4.6, one's 4.7, so we went the closer of them. And then on the other side, 4.9 and 5.1. So we have the lesser on that, but focusing on that northern side of the garage. Side table, anything to add?
No.
All right, we'll go ahead and open up the public hearing, but don't see anybody in the audience anymore. Ask for motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right.
Can you go down to the, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Adam, go down to the bottom, page 3, under this, for the disclosure.
Page 3. Yep.
Yes. Is there a town employee, or?
It's a good question.
Usually see that.
No, I'm probably meant to put no. A little dyslexic, sorry about that. I'll work for Comfort
Kind of
Windows.
wondered if it was a typo, but.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it was checkboxed. Usually it gets left blank.
It's done on an iPad with my finger, so I might have dragged it, yeah.
So just to clarify, as far as you know, there is no town officer, employee, or family member that has a financial interest in this?
No.
Okay. Good question.
Good one.
All right. Any other questions? not, I will declare the zoning board as lead agency and based on the information and evidence presented at this hearing, find this application to be a type 2 action with no significant environmental impact. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor saying aye?
Aye.
Opposed? What was the? I thought we did. I don't remember. Did? Thanks, Sandy. I was jumping onto this. One condition of approval that I didn't mention earlier that's a given, because you did apply already, but a building permit will be required, so you'd already started that process. So that would be that one condition of approval. And we'll also split these ones up. So letter A, the front setback of 18.6 feet. That's for that front porch extension. He explained why it's 10 foot closer to line up the sidewalks. So I'd ask for a motion to adopt this application with that one condition of approval.
Motion.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Second. Board vote, Jim?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes.
I also vote yes. So that one has been approved. Now we'll move on to letter B. Once again, it's the side setback of 4.6 feet that's identified there on the north side of the building, being the closest on that one. And ask for a motion to adopt that application, but there won't be any conditions of approval on that one.
Motion.
We have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
A board vote, Jim?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Fred?
Yes.
Bill?
Yes. Excuse me, yes.
I also vote yes, so that's all set, sir.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming out. All right, board members, ask for a motion to accept and approve the minutes from the January meeting. Unless someone has comments. It's 2 pages long. We have a motion from Fred. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So that passed. I'll make a motion to adjourn until our next meeting on March 26, 2024. Is there a second?
Second.
A second. All those in favor saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So that carried. All done.
Okay.